And good morning, and welcome to another edition of the Ralph Report. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ralph Williams. I am the host of the Ralph Report. And yeah, what do you want to talk about? And let me talk to you. And then also, I am the revolutionary. I am the visionary. I am Ralph Williams, and acknowledge me. All right. Today, I'm here to gloat and to tell everybody that I was right. You know what I was right about? I was right about short-term rentals. I told everybody that they should go get short-term rentals. I put the message out there. And guess what now? The short-term rentals are so booked up that Ocean City, Maryland's government was forced to get not to enforce rules and enforce what they were going to do because of the filling up of the short-term rentals. Now, here's the thing that bothers me about all this, and this is what I talk about a lot. You know, sometimes you got to take that inch before you get the mile. Ocean City wants the mile. They don't want the inch. So instead of having everybody make money, like you would think so, where everybody wins in this case, the short-term rentals win, the hotels win. Ocean City, Maryland wants to isolate or get rid of or alienate, as they say, the short-term rentals and just make sure everybody has to get a hotel room. Well, the message was sent. I sent it through 93.5 The Beach, and I sent it out here on my social media platform, and I told everybody about how bad it was with the hotels in Ocean City, and I beat them. Because now the short-term rentals are sold out. And the hotels are struggling to make money. Well, you know what? I told everybody. I said Rick Meehan, the mayor of Ocean City, that what he needs to do is he needs to come out and he needs to sit down. It's not that hard. You pick up the phone, you call the hotel general managers and say, come on, I want to sit down. Let's come down to the convention center. Let's sit down. Let's have a meeting. And let's talk about lowering the hotel rates a little bit, or what we can do, some different things that we can do, all right, to offset some of this stuff. He didn't do it. And he continued, Rick Meehan and City Council of Ocean City, Maryland. They continued and went on and on about trying to stick it to the short-term rentals. Well, this time the short-term rentals are now sold out, and Ocean City says, well, now we're not going to do these ordinances because we don't need to. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad. And I hope you don't do the ordinances or whatever it is you're going to do. You've been screwing around with them for a little bit now. And now it bit you right in the butt and you got egg on your face. And I will probably, and I'm looking to maybe go Monday to the council meeting. Okay. And I'm going to walk in with a towel and I'm going to wave the towel up and I'm going to say to this council, you got egg on your face. And I was right again. I knew that when they raised the hotel tax and they keep raising the fee or the fees at the hotels, how are you going to justify getting people in the hotels? Don't you pay attention to anything I say? Pittsburgh got burnt. Their downtown hotels got burnt because they overcharged during the draft, the NFL draft, and 40%, and I say 40% occupancy rate. Philadelphia is now getting bit in the butt. They have the PGA Tour going on there, okay? And they had a couple of other big events, and their downtown hotels didn't sell out, or maybe not because they're charging too much money. So I hope that this year, and I think it's going to happen, Ocean City, Maryland's not, their hotels are not going to make money, all right? And what's going to happen is they're going to complain to city council, and council, once again, is going to try to go after the short-term rentals. Again, Rick Meehan, come on, please, listen to what I'm saying. All right. Anybody that knows the mayor, I'll be more than happy to sit down with him and talk to him, because you know why? He's on a radio show in the morning. He ducks me every time. I'm not going to name the name of the guy because he don't promote my stuff. So forget him. All right. I listened to that show. And Rick Meehan's on there. And he goes on and on about how great Ocean City is, but then he don't take no calls for anybody to come to make, oh, well, you need to call down to the council office. Well, how do I know that the secretaries can pick up the phone and relay the message to him about my idea about the hotels? All right. Has anybody spoken to Rick Meehan about this? Has anybody said, well, you got this guy, he has a show called the Ralph Williams Show. He's on 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Saturday mornings on 93.5 The Beach. Has anyone said, okay, well, you know what? Maybe it's time for you to sit down with Ralph and maybe go over this stuff. Instead, Rick Meehan's so busy worrying about making a buck, he wants to squeeze it out of your pocket instead of saying something to the hotels. And I got nothing against hotel operators, but I have a problem when you gouge people so bad and then complain about it and get mad. All right. Just like in Pittsburgh, they got mad because it was 40% occupancy rate at the hotels there on the downtown hotels, but nobody told you to charge $2,000 a night. People were willing to drive all the way from Erie, come into town for the draft, go back out to Erie and stay at their hotel because in Erie's a 2-hour drive. That's 4 hours. That's 4 hours round trip. Grove City they stayed at. They stayed in Butler County. I know this. People told me this. All the outskirt hotels all sold out. But they couldn't sell out the downtown hotels in Pittsburgh because they overcharged everybody. $1,800, $2,000, $2,500 a night for a room. I mean, are you joking? Don't you see we have a bad economy, a tough economy right now? Gas prices are going up. Everybody's complaining and everything else. So Rick Meehan, mayor of Ocean City, you and the government there. All right, here we go. Here it says it is everything: hotels, restaurants. It is the mom and pop places that suffer the most. Absolutely, mom and pop places are suffering. They're closing up. Thank you for your comment. All right. Thank you for your comment. Mom and pop businesses are closing up because of this whole situation across this country. All right. You got to pay higher wages to get people there, which of course is, you not only got to pay higher prices to get people to work for you, you got to raise the prices and nobody's going to come to your restaurant. And then you as the owner, because you can't get help, have to work 80 hours a day or 80 hours a week or 20, whatever it is. Okay. I gave you the example of that pizza shop. All right. I know a guy who owns a pizza shop. He was going to do sponsorship advertising with me in Pittsburgh. It says we have a tough economy because of the president. And don't matter. Yeah, that is true. And I will say, and I will admit, and I'm a person who will admit when I'm wrong. And I was wrong on President Trump. I voted for him. I'm sorry. I did. He's done some good things, but right now, small businesses are going under. Even big businesses. I was just having a discussion about franchises, about Papa John's going out of business, Red Robin having problems. People are not going out and eating right now, and it's hurting that industry. I was in that industry. Okay. I mean, it really is hurting the industry. Appreciate the comments. This is the Ralph Report. I usually don't take them, but I will today. I run a small second business out of Philadelphia, and we went to Lancaster, PA for a flea market thing, and it was twice as expensive as it was in 2023. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I don't know if you heard the story or not, but I told you the story about how one of the hotels on the boardwalk tried to rip me off. All right. And I busted them. And I bust people all the time. And now that I have the radio show in the Delmarva region, I have a radio show in Philadelphia. Those of you who don't know, 860 AM WWDB every Wednesday, 3 to 4 p.m., the Ralph Williams Show. I have the Delmarva show I do every Saturday morning I just did it this morning, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., the Ralph Williams Show on 93.5 the beach. Okay. In Pittsburgh, I have the Ralph Williams Show on two stations, 620 KHB on Monday, 2 to 3 p.m., and on Saturday morning and Sunday morning. Saturday morning on 12:50 a.m., The Answer, 92.5 on the FM down, theanswerpgh.com. All right. I have the Ralph Williams Show, Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., Sunday morning with Tony Moreno. All right. Every single Sunday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So there you are. All right. The Ralph Williams Show, no excuse. Ralph's Opinion, Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Help me to get to 2,500 by the end of the year. I really appreciate it. That's my goal. Thank you for tuning in. This has been another edition of the Ralph Report. We'll be back starting June 1st. We'll be doing Ralph Reports every day, possibly one, maybe two. Quick, come on the air, get off the air. I'm finding that the shorts are working better than regular shows. As you see, I have done some consolidation, moving shows around and doing some different things. Don't forget tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, UFL Weekly with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, Brian Pettit. UFL's getting ready to wind their season down. We're getting ready to wind this down. And starting as soon as the UFL season is over, we're going to have a show called Anything Goes. We'll talk about anything. Politics, sports, war, pickleball, cornhole, whatever. Who cares? Cooking, food, movies. We'll talk about everything. It's called Anything Goes. All right. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time, this has been another edition of the Ralph Report. Have yourself a great one. By all means, please be safe. Thank you.